So I did just film this intro, but the audio was so echoey because I'm in my empty studio that I'm now using this little microphone, so just excuse the wire. But yeah, I'm in my white box of a studio, which is honestly such a sad sight. I miss all of my arty mess that is now in storage, but it is coming back. So what happened was there was a burst pipe or collapsed pipe directly underneath the studio. And at first we were told that the whole thing would have to be knocked down in order to fix it. But actually what ended up happening was they took up all of the floor, dug a big hole, fixed the pipe. I don't really know, but it was a huge mess. But now they've put all the floorboards back and painted it, and it's ready to be filled up with all my crap again. So this video is going to be redesigning and making over the studio once again. I did do a studio makeover, I think last April, and I've been working in that layout since, but there are a few things that I would like to change about it. Just like little tweaks to make it more efficient and hopefully get me feeling a bit more inspired to come in here and paint again. So I'm excited to get redesigning the space and take you along to see how it ends up. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Okay, bear with me for this dodgy looking model of the studio. I just wanted to be able to visualize the layout and work out what was working about it and what wasn't working about it. So this area was my painting section, and this is my easel, and I would face the wall while I worked. And I've been having bad energy in here for a while, and I think it's probably because I was just staring at a blank wall all day. So I know that I want to move the easel to be facing out of a window, and then wherever my easel goes I have to also have this set of drawers because it has my lamp and my palette on it. But then I've lost having my desk looking out the window, which I also want, so I think I'm gonna put it in the other corner, which means that the sofa also has to move, and it can only really go against this back wall. And I think it would be nice to have my bookshelf next to the sofa, because before it was like opposite ends of the studio. But I think it would work nicely to have it in reaching distance from the sofa, might encourage me to sit and pick up a book a bit more often, which then leaves this corner to put my other table, which is not ideal. It's a little bit squished in, but I need it and there's nowhere else to put it. So I think we're gonna go with this, and then once it's all in place, I can see if I actually like it or not. I tried to do like a pop of red on each shelf to try and tie it all in together. I don't know if this is working, you know, but it will do for now. Let me know what you think. So I have this big empty space of wall on the right side as you walk in, and I think it would be really fun to get a projector eventually so I can watch films on this wall. But I think in the meantime it would be nice to display a few drawings from my life drawing classes, just to make it feel a bit more arty than just having this blank wall. So I've just been through all of my drawings and I've picked out these three. So these two are from my life drawing class, and then this was just a really quick doodle that I did, but I like how it's quite simple and it's not gonna feel too cluttered on the wall, I hope. So I'm just gonna tape them up for now. Why does that look so bad? I think it's the tape. Oh well, I tried. I can't stop looking at the tape. Is that as bad as I think it is? I'll consult my mum and see what she thinks, because she'll always be brutally honest with me. But I like having the drawings there. So IKEA haul, I just got candles that I chucked on the floor in the shop, and they all got a bit bruised. So yeah, they're all a little bit smashed up, but that's okay. So I went there for cushion covers, but I've realised that I'm just way too fussy looking for something very specific that nowhere seems to do. I wish I had gotten some Was pillows when they came out. So I've also been looking for a cover for the sofa, because I don't like the grey at all, and it's really stained. But I'd rather not buy one, so I've been looking through all of the old material and bits that we've got lying around the house, and I found this, which is very English countryside looking. And then I've also got this, which might be a bit too coastal looking. I don't know if I love that. And then this one, which I like the warm colour, but it's kind of a fleecy material, which I don't like. And it's a bit too small for the sofa as well, so I'm not going to go for this one. And I think this, with the right cushions, which I'm just never going to find, would look quite nice. But I don't know if it's just a bit too much, too busy on its own. So maybe if I layer, maybe this is better to have more of a solid colour on here. Then also I was thinking, if I wanted to sketch someone, if they could sit for me here, or paint someone, then I have a nice solid blue material to paint, whereas this pattern would just be way too complicated to paint. I don't know, it's a work in progress. I'm just throwing things out here. You know what, never mind. I think this blanket is way too worn, and it just looks a bit too shabby chic coastal. What do we think? So I decided to do an under table curtain just to hide all the storage space that's underneath this table and add a fun material to this space. So I went to the material shop and I picked out this red and white striped one, which I am gonna sew and turn into a working curtain, but for now I just wanted to see what it looks like. So I taped it up with double-sided tape. So it doesn't look the best, but you get the idea. Just having a little sit down and admiring my work, my new studio. It's almost there. I've just got to hoover, light my candles, and then do the final shots to show you how it turned out. It feels good in here. I was worried that it was gonna go back and look exactly the same as it did before, and that wouldn't be very interesting for those of you that saw my first studio makeover, but it does feel relatively different in here. Even though it's mostly all the same furniture, I think I've managed to switch it up and make it feel like a brand new space. So I'm excited to show you, but honestly I can't be asked to get up and get the Hoover. And I have already tested out my painting setup. I actually, for the first time ever, completed a painting in one sitting, and I think it went well, so I've started off using this space on a positive note. And also my friend came round yesterday and we just chilled out on the sofa and sketched and listened to music, so that was really nice. So I'm putting good energy in here and it feels nice. Okay, I'll show you now.